Good afternoon, morning, day, and night, and welcome everyone to the Loaded Potato Podcast. I am your beautiful PNG host for this week, Ivan, of course, in my drawnness. And today I have Golden Freddy Axel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that.
And Fishing Halibut Man, John.
I am the walrus.
The walrus? Do walruses hunt halibut?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's a
I know
good
sea
question,
lions
actually.
do. I know sea lions
they?
do. Yeah, 100%.
Walrus hunting. I'm gonna look that shit up. But while I do that, how's y'all's week been?
I'm doing
Silence. I like it.
I'm doing good. Today's been a day, but yeah.
Okay. Well, my day has just been more of a day. I typed in the search engine walrus. Oh, I guess I could have phrased it better. I'm trying to look at what do walruses hunt. First thing popped up was this website called huntinfool.com, and it's just a dead walrus on his back with his dick out.
Okay.
What the fuck is this? It's a guy posing with his walrus hunt, but it's just in such an unfortunate position.
That's crazy.
What the fuck? That was beautiful.
Yeah,
okay.
Days to segue back, the day's going. It's a day. I can't complain. I worked all day today, and it's always a headache coming back to work after a long holiday weekend. It's always a pain. But hey, pays the bills, right?
You know, so I'm one of the unfortunate souls that had to work on Labor Day, which, I mean, I don't mind. It was completely dead, so I just kind of just dicked around, you know. But going to work, it was so surreal because every time I go to work, I have to leave town, and everyone's trying to get into town, so the highway is always backed up. But of course, when I'm driving to work, I'm leaving it, so it's like always free, so I never experience traffic. And it's the opposite, like after work, I'm coming into town where everyone's leaving. But there was like quite literally no one on the road. It was weird.
Spooky. It's like one of those shows like Last Man on Earth when you're driving down the road going, am I the last one alive? I can do whatever I want.
The only other times I remember when like no one was really on the road was like during hurricanes. Like, you know, people evacuate and we never do because, you know, fuck them hurricanes. But I don't know. It's still surreal seeing no one there. It's like, oh, right. I'm back in Alaska. This is rush hour.
Honestly. But yet still people flip their cars and get in accidents all the time.
Yeah, they're a special type of breed.
Oh, that's a really delicate way to put it.
Yeah. I should have mentioned this. I guess people can clearly see in this episode that we don't have our third host. He has gotten ligma. And he died.
Yep.
That is it.
Brutal.
Yeah. But so I'm just gonna start us off. Y'all see the FNAF 2 movie coming out this year?
Yep.
The trailer? Or actually, I know you were there because you walked in when I was watching it.
Honestly, I'm not a huge FNAF guy. I've never really been much of a horror game or horror film person.
Oh, yeah.
So
no,
I never really played the first ones or seen the movie.
I've never played. Well, I can't say I've never played. I think I played the first one a couple times. But I don't play horror games. I've never played like the fucking 10 FNAF games that are out. But I watched the first movie and it actually was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't a horror movie, funny enough. It's more like a nod to the... Or Yeah, there's no real like horror aspect to it.
I
don't know how
think
to describe
really
it.
the only horror game that I play, or the only horror game that I've actually attempted to play in recent history, is Repo. Brandon and I got Repo, and we started playing that.
Oh yeah, that seemed like such a fun game.
Oh, I've not laughed that hard in a very long time. It is very, very funny.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm a little bitch when it comes to these games, though. It's bad.
Oh, dude, it's fucking same. I can't play horror games at all, and don't even get me started on horror like VR games. Fuck that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I don't understand. Maybe you guys can explain this to me. What is the appeal for a horror movie and film? And have you noticed that the majority of the people who like these types of movies and games and style of things are usually the ones that are medicated for anxiety and depression? Did you notice that?
I mean, isn't it one of those things of like fuck, what's the saying? Misery loves company.
I don't know. I genuinely
Do you
don't
think it's
understand.
something like that?
I mean, maybe. I've been told that it has to do with control, I guess. Because I've actually asked someone who likes this genre before. This was a while ago, and they mentioned something about it being an element of control. But then again, that doesn't make any sense. A control of your fear, a control of that anxiety. I don't know if that makes any sense, though. Because when you go and see a horror movie, like The Nun, for example, I don't know why I pulled that one out of my ass, but I'm just going to go with it. The Nun
Okay.
relies entirely on darkness and involves entirely on jump scares. Like, there isn't really anything that's super evil about the movie itself other than just the idea of it, right? It relies exclusively on, like, jump scares and startling. The same thing with, like,
Well,
a lot of
okay.
those big horror films. I just don't understand.
I can't say about them like generic, like mainstream horror, but I'm not saying I'm like a huge horror film fanatic or anything, but I do enjoy a good horror film. But like, I don't know. I think at least for me, I mainly love it because of the like the. Actually, I don't even know the psychology behind it.
Yeah,
but like
like
the modern It movie, the remake, you know, the original was like fucking 1990 something.
yeah, Tim Curry. Yeah.
Yeah, with Tim Curry. I did not like that at all. I don't know why people love that movie. That thing's not that good. And it's too long. It's like 4 hours, or actually it's probably like 3 hours something. But the remake, I love the remake 1,000 times better than originals. And the only reason, well, not the only reason, but a big part of it is because they don't really go for that cheap jump scare horror. They actually had that kind of horror thriller vibe to it the entire time. I mean, occasionally they would do it just to, just because why not? But
right, you might as well throw it in there. Because I like thriller. I like a good thriller movie, and I think the best example of like a good thriller / horror that you could go to, it's kind of an obscure pick, and it's kind of a what would you call it? A niche pick, I guess you could say. But there is a movie. I think the three, you, Holly, and I watched it together. It's called Nefarious. Have you heard of the movie?
I remember y'all watching it. I forgot what I was doing at the time.
So you were on your computer, I think, but Nefarious is a movie. It's got religious undertones to it. So anybody who
as all horror movies are about.
Oh, that's true, because like The Nun and stuff like that. But this one's a little bit different in regards to like religious undertones. Like this one's, I think, directly related to like Angel Studios, I think, or it has some form of correlation between those two. But it tells the story about a guy who is possessed by a demon, and it tells it from a biblical style, and the acting in it is unbelievably amazing. It's one of those movies that makes your skin crawl. And there's The entire movie is based around a psychiatrist and this prisoner who is going to be put to death. So general premise of the movie, prisoner is possessed by a demon and he's put on death row for killing like 20 some odd women. He's a serial killer. And this therapist is supposed to come in and sit down with him and deem him if he is either clinically insane or not. And whatever decision he makes will determine on if he goes to death row or not. And the entire movie takes place in a single room with a single table and these two actors talking to each other. And eventually they break apart and other actors come in to kind of push along the suspense of it or push along the story. But the entire conversation, the entire like hour and 20 odd minute movie is just the two of them talking, and it makes your skin crawl. I think it's the same type of movie. It's a similar story type to like what the Screw Tape Letters are by C.S. Lewis, which I don't know if you guys know what those books are. And I'm sorry for kind of going on this little bit of a tangent, but
No, good.
The Screw Tape Letters. Axel, have you ever heard of it before?
The Screw Tape Letters? No.
Yeah, so the Screw Tape Letters is a book written by C.S. Lewis, like back in the 70s, I think. Don't quote me on that one, but it is a series of journal entries and letters between Screw Tape and Wormwood. Screw Tape is like the uncle to Wormwood, or is like the grandfather to Wormwood, but it's a conversation between two demons in regards to the conversation between how to really destroy a man and how to basically twist everything. It's one of the most, I don't want to say disturbing, but it's a really good book. And it's a really good book that I would actually strongly recommend a lot of late stage Christians like who have a really strong foundation in their faith. I would strongly recommend that book and another book called Paradise Lost, but that's a whole nother tangent. But Nefarious is one of the most suspenseful, skin-crawling horror movies that I've ever seen. And it's more of a thriller. There's no gore. There's not even really any swearing in it. It's just intense. And it's one of the best I've ever seen. It's one of my favorites,
yeah,
actually.
it would be considered like a psychological thriller.
I guess you could say like that. I wouldn't stick it with horror, but when you look the movie up in the categories that you would find it in, it's labeled under horror.
Yeah. So, that's kind of a blanket term for like something that's uneasy or something like that.
And then to circle back on the whole horror movies thing is gore. The like Terrifier movies. I can't stand those movies.
I like them.
I work in healthcare and I'm like,
yeah,
that's a lot of blood. Like that's a bit much. Like, I don't know if that's just my healthcare brain kicking in.
If we're talking about
realism?
Terrifier, I think that's literally the main point of the movie is just to be outrageous, just to like be outrageous.
I don't know. I just don't see the appeal of it. I don't know.
I mean, for me, I kind of laugh at those movies. I see them more as like a comedy of how outrageous some things can be. If that sounds bad, but
yeah, that sounds really bad.
It's like he's getting gored.
I like watching people get skinned alive. Yeah, that's a clip if I've ever heard it before.
What about like The Shining or something?
It's been a long time since I've seen The Shining. It's been a really, really long time since I've seen it, and I'm open to trying it again.
That would definitely be a psychological like thriller kind of thing. Like it's all kind of like a mental thing.
Yeah. You know,
I don't know. A lot of Stephen King movies are. I don't know. I like them.
Stephen King actually has a couple movies coming out that were written by him that I'm actually really excited for. One comes out like either later this month or next month. It's called The Long Walk. Have you seen the trailers for that? It's got Mark Hamill in it, and it's got the kid from the new Karate Kids in it too, and a couple other famous people.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It looks really good. I've not read it. I think it's one of his newer books. I've not read it, but it looks like a really good movie. And then obviously the remake of The Running Man. The Running Man is so Stephen King wrote the original Running Man story, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger either did a rendition of it or did a movie that was by the similar name and had a similar concept, but didn't reflect the book at all. They're doing a more book accurate movie with Glenn Powell that comes out, I think, in November or December, that I'm super pumped about. Looks great.
Interesting. So I'm looking into The Long Walk.
Mm-hmm.
It seems pretty good. And also, so at the time of this recording, it is the 2nd. And it says it comes out the 12th of September. So 10 more days.
I might have to go see that one before I leave.
Yeah. Let me double check to make sure it actually is September 12th. I think that's what I saw. I was briefly skimming. Yeah, release date September 12th, 2025. So by the time this episode airs, it should be the next episode. Because it'll be on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess Thursday if people do their early screening, but okay.
Yeah. They actually, speaking of early screenings, they did a screening. You know how they do those screenings like 2 or 3 weeks before the actual movie where you can get invited to go to the movie? All the actors are usually there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I saw online that they did one for The Long Walk where they actually had the people watching the movie. They took out all the chairs to the theater and they put in treadmills. And you have to maintain. So the general premise of the movie from the trailer and from what I've seen is that you sign up for this long walk, you and a group of people. There's a caravan in front of you and a caravan behind you. You have to maintain a minimum speed of 3 miles an hour. You cannot stop. Otherwise you die, right? Otherwise you get shot and killed or something happens, right? Well, in the premise, in the screening, they had the treadmills all set up and they had 3 rules. 1, maintain a speed of 3 miles an hour or faster. 2, don't stop. 3, stay hydrated. And if you failed all 3 of those, one of those 3 things, you got kicked out of the screening. They'd actually kick you out. I feel like that's a really unique and cool thing to do for a movie, especially one that's as unique as that. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like it's both immersive and not immersive at the same time because my fat ass would be fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's funny. Well, I mean, while we're still on the topic of the movie, for the FNAF 2 coming out December 5th, I kind of want to see it. But if you haven't seen the trailer, it actually seems like it's going to be a horror movie.
Really?
Versus the last one really wasn't. Yeah, because FNAF is a horror game. It's supposed to scare you and all that shit. And this time it actually seems like it's going to scare you. I was watching a video about this. Apparently the people who makes the animatronics is the same people who made I think what was it, Sesame Street and like the Muppets and stuff.
Tim Henson or
well, I don't know if it's the person, but it's the company that
I think
makes them.
It's the guy who did it in the 70s. He made a company, and the company's name is his name.
Okay, because I think the same thing with Star Wars. All the puppets and stuff like Yoda and everything is made by the people who made Sesame Street and shit.
Yep, same guy.
Yeah, so they're doing the stuff for the FNAF movie, and honestly, I thought that the animatronics already looked good, and I think I mean clearly this is why, because these beautiful bastards made it. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, I mean, that begs another question then. Do you guys prefer, never mind. It's a stupid question. Never mind.
Nah, ask it. We're all stupid here.
Well, so obviously there's so much that you can do in a movie or in a film that can be done via practical effects. So do you prefer either all practical effects, all special effects, or a combination of both?
Okay, yeah, I can see why that would be a dumb question.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, like anything in life, the answer is somewhere in the middle. I think a mix between practical and CGI, because
well,
how
if
do
you
I
do
say
all
this?
practical effects, I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
There's one movie in particular that pops into my mind that was all practical effects. Actually, two. One of them was The Thing that came out in, what was it, 1982 or 83, that had Kurt Russell in it, I
Oh,
think.
yeah,
That was all practical effects. And that movie is
yeah.
horrifying. And then there was another one. Alien Romulus and the original Alien. Both of those were practical effects, obviously outside of the space stuff. But
No, they actually went to space.
well, yeah, but no, everything that was done in the actual ships themselves was all practical effects.
Oh yeah, no, even the aliens and everything.
Yeah. Even in the new Alien Romulus, they were all practical effects.
Yeah,
I feel like the movie feels much more grounded and raw when it's more practical than special. But granted,
yeah.
like you said, there is a happy medium, but
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there is a couple of things with, at least in the terms of like Alien Romulus, there was a couple things that also made it more immersive, is because they didn't decide to stick with the extremely futuristic stuff. They used the same technology as the original Alien movie like time period was.
yeah, it felt all analog, which was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, yeah, because I like a mix of both. So I might get a lot of hate for this, but here's possibly a hot take. As a Star Wars fan, of course I love practical. But in some cases, like when, let's say like episode 3, or I guess we can say the first trilogy, episode 1, 2, and 3. I think in that period, if we had like practical Yoda, I think it wouldn't have been as good, in my opinion. And this is where I say I possibly could get a lot of hate, because I know a lot of people online hated that they made Yoda CGI for all those movies.
Well, wasn't he practical when they originally released, and then they did that revamp where they made him CGI or am I just crazy?
No. I think what you're talking about is for episode 4, Jabba the Hutt was originally practical, but then they did the CGI of Jabba afterwards. Like I think when they like re-released.
I remember Yoda being a puppet in one of the original 3. Or not the originals, but in the sequels, prequels.
So in episode, it was either 8 or 9, he was a puppet. But I don't know about the 1, 2, and 3. I think he was fully CG. But that was only because that was also the first time Star Wars switched off of film, and they went fully digital for their cameras. And George Lucas was like, "Oh, look at this technology, digital cameras. We no longer have to carry, fucking the length of the US just to shoot a Star Wars film." And he was doing a bunch of like CGI stuff. But in respects to the CGI versus practical, I think Yoda wouldn't have been as cool, I guess.
So I was right. So in the 1999 theatrical release of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, there was 2 individual shots with Yoda in it when Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan went to the council. In the original theatrical release in 1999, that was also a part of the VHS theatrical release and DVD release up until 2008, I want to say. He was a puppet. And then they did the digital swap. They did this.
Oh, okay.
They did the digital swap.
Okay, because I don't remember any puppet. I only remember digital Yoda.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't crazy.
Interesting. Anyway. I did not know that.
Yeah, because I had it originally when 2000. I had the 2002 DVD growing up, because it came out in 1999, I had the digital deluxe, the deluxe edition that had the special effects and the special features on the secondary disc, and that disc was released in 2002. Was when I got that one, and he was a puppet in that. I bet you my parents still have that disc. I bet you we could probably still watch that with the puppet.
I am so down for that.
Sorry, Axel. I don't mean to.
No, we're good.
Yeah, just nerding out.
There's movies and whatnot. Not got much input.
Yeah. I know you're not the biggest in the whole movie stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my one last little tidbit of information about movies and stuff. But it's funny. I was having a conversation with my coworkers today about how much I actually enjoy film and movie and good storytelling, right? And they sent me a meme online through our chat at work, and it was a Forrest Gump meme, and I absolutely love that movie, Forrest Gump. And I forget how it got brought up, but I mentioned that Tom Hanks got an Oscar for that movie, well deserved. They just didn't know that he had gotten an Oscar from it, and then they said it was a good movie, and I mentioned that it always gets me in the end. It always chokes me up or makes me tear up in the end, at the very, very end, always. And they looked at me like I was crazy. And they're like, why did the end choke you up? And I'm like, do you not understand what happened? I don't know if you guys have both. I know you've seen it, Ivan, but I don't know if Axel has or not.
I've seen it plenty of times, yeah.
Right. So, and you probably know where I'm going with this, but this was the way that it was explained to me when I had originally seen the movie, and now it's so good, and it's really good. So you watch the entire movie, right? And you think Forrest Gump is this blubbering idiot who doesn't know anything that's going on, but he takes all of this abuse. His life is a tragedy, for lack of a better term, even though all these crazy, amazing things happen, his entire life is a tragedy. He goes from being in leg braces, being beat up by people, and just in horrible circumstances, both that life has given him and the people around him have given him. And it always seems to just kind of glance off his shoulder, or just doesn't really bug him that much. He just kind of takes it as face value and then just moves on, right? Through the entirety of the movie, all the way through the war, through getting the boat, to everything, right? Everything just kind of glances off. At the very end, when he sees Jenny and little Forrest at the end, and she's like, he's your son, the first thing he says is he like me? And he gets choked up about it. And he doesn't get choked up because he's reliving the emotions and the issues that he went through. He gets emotional because of the fear that he has, that he doesn't want his child to go through in regards to everything that he went through. And he does it out of selflessness and fearfulness for his son. And that alone, it gives me chills just thinking about it. And the way it's portrayed, and then the next thing he says is the most beautiful thing he's ever seen. That was so good, because the entire weight of the movie hits in that one single scene, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And they just stare at me the entire time, dumbfounded. They're like, I never thought of that. And it's like, well, no, you pay attention to the movie. That's why emotions are such an important thing when it comes to movies. That's why I don't like horror, because horror, the only emotion you get is fear, or you get that startleness, and you don't get that like palm sweating type thing, like you're not thinking, like Slingshot did to us. Slingshot was crazy.
So Slingshot would be considered a psychological thriller.
Yeah, but it's just the emotions you get from a movie.
Oh,
and
yeah,
from the
no, for sure.
storytelling. It just blows my mind. People don't get that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a lot of people don't. They see it just to be entertained versus, when we go to the movies, we like, especially for me, the first thing I always do, because it's one of my favorite parts of filmmaking, is the cinematography of things. And like just the shot composition. I mean, of course, the plot and everything is important, but that at least those are the things that I look at first. Like, I can tell how good a movie is just by their cinematography.
Right. Which is probably why you like Dune as much as you do, and you like Christopher Nolan movies as much as you do.
Dude.
Because they're so technical.
I fucking love Christopher Nolan movies. Oh, that man just knows how to like just shoot a scene. It's so good.
Well, that makes me even more excited for Odyssey next year. I'm so excited for that movie.
His latest one
Mm-hmm.
coming out. It's gonna have was it Ralph Fiennes, Matt Damon.
Yep, Tom Holland. There's
Is Tom Holland in it?
Tom Holland's in it, and the guy that plays the Punisher, John Bernthal's in it. There's so many people in that movie. It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be great. We gotta see it.
Oh yeah, it'll come out when I'm down south, so we'll 100% go see it. IMAX.
Let's go. IMAX.
Anyway, sorry.
Speaking of cinematography, I'm gonna do a little transition here.
Woo.
Fucking one of the most cinematic fucking video games to ever exist. Helldivers 2. Y'all know about Helldivers, John?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never had the honor of playing it, though.
I'll tell you right now, if you've ever seen a Helldiver clip of like insane cinematic fights, that's literally the video game. I'm not even joking.
Really?
Every single clip is real. Like that's just the normal game.
I've wanted to pick it up. My cousin plays it, and he plays it a lot. And
Yes.
I've thought about picking it up.
You definitely should. I've been spreading Helldivers propaganda ever since they started fixing and I came back to the game, and it's working. Recently, massive update came out for the bug front. I'm not sure how much you know, but there's 3 factions in the game. There's the bugs, the robots, and then the aliens. And they're doing a massive update with the bugs right now. And holy cinema. It is insane. They recently released a brand new boss I showed Ivan earlier called the Hive Lord. And it has over 150,000 HP. It is...
is that a lot in comparison to the game?
So the strongest anti-tank weapon like that you could bring is called the Portable Hell Bomb, and it's basically a pocket nuke, and that only does 10,000 damage. So...
Wow.
If a literal nuke can only do 10,000 damage and this thing has 150,000 HP, that is a lot.
That's crazy.
It is a shit ton of hell.
Nukes.
Oh no, like people have already speedrun trying to kill this thing, but it's like 4 people dedicating their entire loadout just to fucking kill this thing. And they managed to kill it in under 2 minutes, which is still an insane amount of time. Like 2 minutes of dedicated just bombarding this thing with absolute firepower and like dying over and over again just to kill this thing. Like it is gross, but it's insane to see. Like this game is awesome. Like, it is so worth it. So worth it for $40. All these updates for free. Massive community recently has been released on Xbox.
Free?
Recently it's been released on Xbox. So we have a massive influx of Xbox players coming in. It is just peak. It's so peak. Oh my lord!
Do you think it's getting to the levels it was back?
Oh
its
no,
peak?
definitely. Like when its initial launch, had it was like 200,000 people, and then now the cap was 400,000 ever since Xbox was released.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely hit its peak, and I think it's mainly because when Helldivers was initially released, a lot of Xbox players were very upset that they couldn't play this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh fuck, it's only on PlayStation and PC, not on Xbox? That sucks. And then now it's finally on Xbox, so they're like, dude, I wanted to play this game ever since it fucking released, and now they're playing it, and now they're having a blast. Especially like it was,
And then didn't I see, I don't know if this was just them announcing that it was getting to Xbox, but is Master Chief really in the game?
No.
Was that an announcement too?
They have a Halo collaboration, so they have ODST armor.
Okay. I know Master Chief is not in the game because it's not, but I don't know if that was like a skin thing or if that was just a really cool way for them to announce that it was on Xbox.
It was,
That
it,
would be
it
cool.
was both. It was a little bit of both, but it's mainly just ODST armor that you can buy in game with the thing. The weapons they also introduced are like one of the
It's
most.
just ODST armor.
Oh, they also
Get a
they
load of
also
this
include
guy.
the assault
Just-
rifle. They also include the Halo shotgun, and they're insanely good. It's really good. Like the
The
shotguns.
Warhog?
Yeah.
They did not add the Warthog, but we already have a vehicle.
Son of a bit. No,
We have a vehicle that
Well,
is
can't buy
similar
the
to a
game now.
Warthog. They just gave us a skin for it, so it's like it has the colors of a Warthog,
Unacceptable.
but it's cool.
Cool. You know, it's been a game that I've been wanting to pick up for a while.
I'd say right now is no better time to grab it. There's so many new players joining the game and learning the game right now. A massive update just came out, and it's so much fun. I'm having an absolute blast. Like right now, I was talking to these guys earlier, or I was saying earlier, I was theory crafting right now. I'm just like, how can I fucking kill this giant new boss that you're not supposed to kill, but I want to kill it? You know, this is like, oh man, it's just so cool. It's so much shit.
Yeah. I want to play it, but I don't want to support Sony, so I'm in a pickle.
Yeah.
Bruh. I get that. Okay,
Fuck
so speaking
Sony.
of Sony, oh man, I'm sorry, Axel. I don't mean to dip right back into it, but did you see that Sony absolutely dropped the fucking ball when it came to, what is it, Netflix's biggest movie of the year? What is it, K-pop Demon Hunters or something like that? Did you hear about this?
Is that a Sony thing?
So it is a Sony Productions. So in like
I did not know
2020 or something like that, they made K-pop Demon Hunters, and it was in final post-production, and they were going to release it as like a straight-up movie to the movie theaters. But for some reason, I don't know why, but they ended up selling the rights and selling the movie to Netflix. So when you watch the movie, it actually says
I thought it was on Netflix.
in Sony Productions, but they sold the rights to Netflix because they needed, I think they sold it for like tens of millions, maybe like 40 million or something like that. I don't know how much they sold it for, but it's the biggest movie for weeks straight on Netflix, and they lost out on, I think, close to $1 billion. I think it hit like almost $1 billion, I think, or something ridiculous. Yeah, it's fucking massive movie. It's the newest fad, I guess, in regards to what the kids are watching now.
The kids.
I haven't seen it. I've only heard a couple of the songs from the
so
movie.
many memes about it.
I haven't seen it. I'm probably not going to watch it because I don't like anime and that style. But
Fuck anime.
Sony dropped the ball on that one hard. If they hadn't sold it and just produced it the way that they were supposed to, and actually put their foot down and actually like did their own marketing campaign for it, they would have made so much money. But I also think they probably wouldn't have, because it wouldn't have been as easily accessible as it is like on Netflix. So I don't know. But they definitely lost out on a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
anyway.
wild.
Anyway. Sorry to circle back
jeez.
towards movies. My bad.
No, you're good.
Oh, dude, I love movies and I love shitting on Sony, so that's the both worlds. Oh,
I still won't forgive fucking Sony for what they did.
well, I mean, same. I'm still boycotting them.
Oh man, like this game,
They have not
Genuinely-
proven to be a good company so far.
genuinely, Helldivers would probably be one of the biggest games out here right now. Just like how fucking
Yeah.
like this game's formula is immaculate, and then they had to just tank their reputation, absolutely fucking tank it with the whole Sony situation. Oh my lord, I am
You
not
know-
happy.
Speaking of which, John,
Mm-hmm.
so because I got you hooked on the drug of PC gaming,
Yep.
or just using a PC, what are your plans with your PS5?
I'm actually planning on selling it before I leave.
Really?
Yeah, I'm planning on either selling it when I get up here, or I'm going to bring it down and give it to Jimmy and Taylor. I might sell it. Dude, it literally has not been turned on since you've been gone.
No fucking way.
I'm being dead serious. I have all of the games that I've already played on it, or the games that I like on it. already on my PC, and they're already performing way better than they actually are. Like I'm playing Cyberpunk, so I played the living shit out of Cyberpunk on my PlayStation. I think I have over 400 hours with Cyberpunk on my PlayStation alone. I got Cyberpunk on the PC just to kind of fuck around with the settings and figure things out accordingly on that thing, and I am doing another playthrough, and oh my goodness, it is so much better. I also have Red Dead Redemption 2 on my PC now. And that movie, that one is ridiculous too. But the only thing that I almost plugged it in and played it the other day because I really had an itch to play Spider-Man because I didn't want to buy Spider-Man again for Steam. Or at least not yet, but
brother, do I got news for you.
What?
All right, so for legal reasons, I'm not advocating for this, but I'm just telling my
then we should wait after the podcast.
No, it's fine. I talk about piracy all the time. But, because I'm not going to tell these hooligans where to find it. They should be smart enough to find it, you viewers, or just DM me and I can, do something. But, especially with any Sony game, because I want to play Spider-Man. This was back in Alaska. I did it, but then I think I accidentally deleted it. So I lost all my save, so I have to repirate it again and then like replay it all over again, which kind of sucks. But this is why you should always back up your stuff, kids. Just pirate it.
Yeah, no, I definitely. Okay.
All that's just to say, just pirate it. It's great. Smaller file sized, less issues with the game because you no longer have to sign into fucking Sony's network. And it'll probably run better because there's no DRM anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
well,
wait a minute. I don't think Sony DRMs their games. That's the only good thing I gotta say about Sony. I don't think they DRM their PC games.
All I know is that is really the only thing that has kept me from just getting rid of it because I still have my Sony account and I still have my PlayStation account and I have a digital version of the PS5, so I'm not losing anything. I'm just losing the physical console itself, so I might just hold off on getting another one, or I would probably sell this one and hold off on getting another one until the PlayStation 6 comes out. But by then I should be fully never even touching another console ever to begin with. Because I'm literally looking at it right now. It's sitting behind my monitor and it's plugged into my monitor. And I have my controller sitting here next to me. And I still don't turn it on. Everything I have
that's just music to my ears.
I just don't have. And get this. I picked up Cyberpunk to play. And I'm like, I've played this game. I like this game. I'm probably going to play it on controller. I plugged the controller in and I'm starting to play it on the controller. And I realized I have my mouse and keyboard here. I should just try it. And I tried it with the mouse and keyboard. It feels better on the mouse and keyboard than it does on the controller. I don't even like playing with the controller anymore.
Yeah, see, for me, when I played it, I definitely liked it on mouse and keyboard better, but I don't know. It just feels like a controller game for me.
Mm-hmm. I got it running really, really efficiently too. Like really good at 80 frames a second or 90 frames a second.
I think because your PC was basically my home console, and I was able to run native 4K for Red Dead Redemption, native 4K, almost 60 FPS. But I think I capped it at 30 just so I can have a smooth frame rate. But already there is better than any console because you can't play native 4K on a console. And then Cyberpunk, I don't think I could have done 4K, but I got 1440p 60. But it had some of the upscalers, but I think also the consoles can't do native 1440p.
It looks so much better, like the reflections and the water physics in it are so much better than they are on the PlayStation. It's not even funny. But then again, I also played, so I have actually a lot more than just 400 hours into it, because I originally played Cyberpunk 2077 on the PlayStation 4. I think it was the 4. I think I played it on the 4. Yeah, I played it on the 4. I played it on the 4 after they had, because when Cyberpunk first initially released, they took it off the market. Sony was no longer using it. And then after they did all of their bug fixes and kind of re-released the game, I got it for the PS4. And I played the living shit out of that game on the PS4.
Yeah.
Then I bought my PS5. And the PS4 copy that I bought came with the digital PS5 edition. So I just immediately downloaded that on the PlayStation 5, and it was already a significant jump up better than it was on the PS4. So that was mind-blowing in itself. Played it again, close to like 300 hours, and then I switched to PC. Bruh, it was so nice.
Yeah, nice.
It's ridiculous on how good it looks. And then I also have this ridiculous 31.5-inch monitor, so it looks even better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just gotta preface this, just because I always gotta gloat about it. Every single person in this episode right now is running Linux.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Full time and native.
Dude, I can't tell you how many issues that I run into at work with my Windows, because my laptop at work has Windows, and my computer at home has Linux.
This would
so
actually
much
be a
more.
perfect time for me to ask both of y'all. Yeah. So it's been how long since you've switched, John, to Linux?
8
I
months?
actually don't remember. Has it been 8
Eight.
months?
It's been a little longer because I switched to Linux on my laptop before I got my PC.
Yeah.
And then after I switched to Linux on my laptop, I think it might have been January. 8 months. Because once I switched to Linux on the laptop, I used the laptop for a little bit, and then I got my PC down from Michigan. We put Linux on that, and then the dirty power from the outlet fried my freaking...
Oh, yeah.
fried
fried your
all that
power
stuff.
supply.
Yeah, fried all that, and then we did some bartering and back and forth and stuff like that, and then we built the PC I'm currently using, and that has always had Linux on it. And I think I'm running Fedora 42, I think, is what I'm running.
Yeah. I think we're all on Fedora.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, same. So I'll pass the question back onto you, Axel.
Mm.
How is it? You've definitely been on it for more than a year now.
Yeah. Once again, it's been just the same issues when it came to Linux. It's just there's some games that I can't play, and that pisses me off. Or rather, not play, but just play normally. There are workarounds, but the fact that I have to do workarounds is already stupid. But that's like my only complaint. Other than that, it's like it's just been fine.
Well, your thoughts on it? Or do you still have thoughts, or do you have any thoughts on going back to Windows?
Oh fuck no! I'm never going back to Windows.
Yeah,
no.
Let's go.
I'm good. Especially after hearing Windows 11 literally takes a picture of your fucking computer every 10 minutes or some shit, and then send.
I think it's on by default.
Yeah.
You're required to do it now.
Yeah, and I don't think you can turn that off, which is fucking stupid.
You might be.
That's a huge HIPAA violation. That's a massive HIPAA violation, because I use Windows 11 for work on my laptop, and I have patience charts
Windows
all the
Enterprise
time.
Edition?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So
because the
technically,
laptop
I hope your work doesn't use Windows Home.
The laptop was already pre-set up when I got it, and we used the domain and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know
It
what
might be
Windows
Enterprise.
is running. Is there a way for me to be able to check?
Yeah, just in the settings. I think it'll tell you what kind of license it has.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'll have to have you walk me through that tomorrow so I can check. Because if Windows is doing that, I have patience chart information open all the time.
Yeah, well, I think the thing with because it's called time rewind or time shot or something.
Something like that.
I forgot what the feature is called on Windows, or rewind or something. I think technically that entire feature is supposed to be local only.
No.
So I'm pretty sure it's local only. Like, it takes pictures. It's supposed to be encrypted too, which, funny enough, I think even So not to shit on Linus Tech Tips, but even they were able to figure out how to kind of show that the encrypted files weren't actually encrypted. They were just named and encrypted. Like they were like pseudo encrypted or whatever.
Is there a way to get around that? Like working from a web page, specifically like a web page, and someone's working on Windows and you don't want them to see, like, if you say you were designing a website or some type of system, right? And you are a web-based system, and the company that uses this web-based system is using Windows 11. Is there a way to make the system that you are building not susceptible to that screen picture? Like, is there a way to like gloss it over?
So, yes and no. I'm pretty sure it's based on the browser that they use, because Brave has, because I love Brave. I mean, I know I should switch to Firefox or some non-Chromium based browser, but honestly, dude, Brave has like, I honestly think Brave is the best in terms of your privacy and compatibility, since it still uses Chromium, but they still are like the leaders in terms of like keeping everyone's privacy and security in like the best, latest, that they can be. Because I think one of Brave's blog posts said that they did something to the browser that told Windows that it's technically a privacy app or something. Because there's like this built-in SDK in Windows where like if you say, oh, this is like a privacy thing, then when the snapshot is taken, it will black out that entire screen. Like just that, like the app box. But I'm pretty sure that's browser only. I don't think you could do that on the page, but I think you could maybe do something. Okay, yeah, I can look into that, but I think that's browser specific.
Penny for your thoughts. Yeah, it's just something that I'm curious about.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. But oh well, I'm glad to hear that both of y'all liking it enough.
Yeah.
Especially,
well, and speaking of Brave, I even switched exclusively and only to Brave, both on my phone and my computer. I tried Firefox on the computer for a short period of time, but I was having too many issues.
I was kind of surprised that you started off with Firefox.
So the Firefox actually came at the recommendation from Brandon when I was trying to download Prism for Minecraft, the Prism launcher for Minecraft.
Yeah. See, I like every single year, I've always given Firefox another go. I'm like, okay, maybe 1 year later they fix it. And every single time, within 5 minutes, there's always something that like I'm just like, okay, I don't want to figure this out. This browser should just work. And this thing's not working. So I fucking hate that. And I especially can't use it at work because I open like 50 tabs on my work computer. And Firefox, I don't know if it's from like a memory leak or something, or they're just poorly coded, but it bogs the fuck down. It can't handle a lot of tabs, and I need something to handle a lot of tabs.
Okay. What do you think about like Adobe, like the Adobe readers, stuff like that? What do you think about those?
What do you mean Adobe reader?
So the job I work at, we use Adobe to edit our PDFs for documentations and putting in information and whatnot, and we submit everything through our electronic medical record system, because I'm just going to come out and say it. Our electronic medical record system fucking sucks. I hate it with every ounce of my fucking soul. It can eat a bag of dicks. It's called elation. I don't give a shit. Piss off. I hate this system. But the system is really stupid when it comes to documenting and annotating documents. Because the nice thing about the old system that we were in, we could upload a document like a PDF file into the chart itself, and then we could annotate the document in the chart by putting in either provider information, patient information, and a signature. Well, Elation doesn't do that in its infinite wisdom. So we had to purchase and use Adobe, or like Adobe Reader, I think is what it is. We have to use this brand new system that costs the facility money to be able to sign documents and upload and put in specific pieces of information to a PDF file. So get this, our fax system goes immediately into Elation. Elation then files it, or then Elation pushes it to an admin representative. The admin then files it accordingly and pushes it to the medical assistant. And now the medical assistant is sitting there with the thumb up their ass going, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this document now? Because you can't file it if it's like assigned to you, but it's not closed during that assignment process, it can't be closed. So I have to go in, print the document into a PDF form, delete the system, delete it from the chart, go into Adobe, document all my paperwork and all my shit on the form, re-upload it back into Elation to fax it out, to only have it fail the fax out, to then have to print it again into a PDF form, to then I can upload it accordingly into my secure emailing system that we pay for called Delivery Slip.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking it up. I see people are able to like create and edit PDF with this thing called like one of the LibreOffice's like stuff. Apparently GIMP can do it, and maybe LibreOffice Draw? Inkscape might do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never really dealt with PDFs, but
I
do think PDFs are proprietary to Adobe, so I don't know how much you can do without needing their proprietary software, but
it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. It's not even funny. Like, it slows me down so much at work. And it's so aggravating because I don't have a digital signature attached to any of my provider signatures. And now I'm getting a kickback of almost 42. So that's probably too much information. But whenever a facility, a primary care or specialty clinic send out any type of prescription to a durable medical equipment facility or any type of facility that administers equipment, that facility usually will deal with a lot of different facilities around the state and will deal with a lot of different insurances that all require and submit things differently. So the durable medical equipment facility or the facility, sometimes pharmacies do this, they standardize the information onto a form called an SWO or standard written order. And then they send that back to you so that you can sign it, you can review it, and then it needs either a wet signature or a digital signature. And then that gets sent back. Well, I have almost 42 of those kickback from one facility alone because it's not electronically stamped. The signatures are there. The signature was wet signed on the digital canvas and is attached like a stamp, right?
Yeah.
And it's not, it when you attach it, it like digitally stamps it, but it's a wet sign. The doctor signed their name and it's a stamp. And just stamp it and call it a day. So the state of Alaska allows me to be able to sign my provider's signatures because of my credentials, right? I have to go in, print 42 of these documents off and have my provider all either digitally sign these again or wet sign them again to send them.
Interesting.
And it's the bane of my existence. I can't wait to turn in my notice on Monday. Anyway, sorry for the tangent and for the rant. I feel like I'm doing that a lot this episode. Sorry, listeners.
Dude,
you're dealing with my dumbass most of the time.
It's just a movie episode.
I do it all the time with my tech stuff. But, okay, well, I think we'll just end it off there. So thank you all for watching or listening, depending on how you consume our podcast. Go check the description down below for all of our goodies. Give it all love. And do y'all have anything else to say before we go?
Go buy Helldivers right now and play it.
Helldivers? Okay.
Say no to
also
drugs.
Get Linux.
Say no to sex. Do drugs.
There you go.
No.
Great message.
Great message.
Wise words.
Fentanyl's
All
good
right,
this
and
time of
with
season.
Wait, what?
Fentanyl's good this time of season.
Ah, there you go. Wisdom.
I don't condone
And,
drug use.
And with that, we will see y'all in the next episode.
Bye.